Family and friends celebrated with high schoolers as they kick off a major milestone. In preparation for Memorial Day, volunteers plant flags to honor the fallen. And severe weather claims the lives of over a dozen people over the weekend. Find out where the storms are headed to next. All of this and more coming up. Hello and thank you for watching Wyoming News Now. I'm Valeria Fugate. We start today's broadcast with news that will make coffee lovers rejoice. The city is announcing some more coffee shops that are being built, but it's not without its controversy. Folks in Cheyenne are upset because some think it might be too much of a good thing. Social media in Cheyenne has been blowing up over the number of coffee shops lately, but it's also extending to other businesses like banks, car washes, and automotive centers. Officials weighed in and simply said it's due to growth. It's not the city development who is deciding, but rather market demands and investment group research. On McCann and Pershing, construction continues on the Dutch Brothers, while Subway and Into Juice on Del Range closed this week to make room for a new 7 Brew coffee. Officials say these businesses are making room for current demands, providing amenities for the projected growth in businesses and future population of Wyoming.
We're seeing a lot of this because of our growth. In the community, you've seen there's been a lot of new multifamily housing, a lot of single-family housing and townhouses and duplexes that have been developed. All that growth increases the population, as well as all the new employees in town. It increases our daytime population, so there's a demand for these services.
Officials say it's also important that these mixed-use businesses and community businesses are zoned properly from the get-go, since its zoning requires a recommendation from the Planning Commission and 3 City Council votes to clear, which takes about 6 weeks. And now let's toss it over to weather.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look and see what we got going on around the area for us through this evening and tonight. We've had a more mild day here today, and it's been a little windy, but through tonight we'll have a mostly clear night, 42 degrees. Again, we'll cool on down pretty steadily here this evening. Those winds will stick around 20, gusting up to 35 miles per hour for us here in Cheyenne. So a little breezy for us through the evening hours. And as we head on over into Casper, we'll see a similar forecast, though we could still see some scattered showers around the area before midnight. Nothing too strong in terms of storms, just a few rain chances here and there for us. 42 degrees out there, a little bit of wind, around 11 miles an hour, gusting up to 28 miles an hour. So a little breezy out there tonight. That's going to make things feel a little cool. So let's be ready if we have any evening plans this evening and into tomorrow morning. As we take a look at our weather headlines, mostly clear for us in Cheyenne. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and mostly clear again into tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Austin. This weekend, Cheyenne's American Legion Post 6 continues their tradition of honoring fallen veterans. Today, American flags were posted on all military grave sites for Memorial Day. The community was invited to come partake in this event to show respect at Bethel Cemetery. These flags will stay up for a whole week and will come down June 1st. Russell Thielander says that he feels honored to do this every year.
It's a very honorable thing. It's one of those things that just kind of touches you in the heart. To see all the flags out here is disturbing to some degree because there's so many deceased, but there's so many heroes out here.
The flags went up at 9 a.m. today as folks were encouraged to show up early. There will also be another Memorial Day ceremony on Monday at 11 a.m. in Bethel. Memorial Day is Monday, and over the long weekend, many will be taking the opportunity to enjoy it with family and friends. But the Casper Police Department want to remind folks to have fun this weekend, but to do so safely.
We're in the middle of some of the grant-funded overtime operations, so we do have extra traffic patrol out through the rest of this week and next week in relation with the Wyoming Highway Department. So all of us are out looking for seatbelts. So definitely that protecting your riders, protecting your drivers, making sure that you're buckled up.
With the warmer weather and the long weekend, it's a perfect time to dust off your grill, flip some patties, and crack open a couple of cold ones. But make sure that you clean out the grease traps first and pull it away from the house, and watch your children and pets near the grill. There will also be extra police out, so make sure that you're wearing your seatbelt and don't drive while you're impaired. This Memorial Day weekend, the Casper PD has one simple message: find a designated driver if you plan on drinking.
Get a designated driver. You know, we had 6 DUI offenses last year from Friday to Monday, and it doesn't take much to guess that most of them happened on Sunday. You know, we're going to barbecues, we're enjoying our friends and family, we've got a bunch of graduation parties and things going on. So, you know, if you're going to be drinking, find a driver.
Free Zone also says to stay alert while driving. Last Memorial Day weekend, there were 14 car accidents, with 50% of those occurring on that Friday afternoon. In Cheyenne, friends and families were gathered to remember and celebrate the accomplishment of their high schoolers as they step into the next chapter as young adults.
It's a flood of emotions. It's sadness, happiness, awesomeness. Just I can't believe you start out and it's hard, but now it's pretty cool. It's very cool. But now she's got to start again, and it's going to be fun to watch that.
On Friday, Laramie County School District 1 celebrated a rite of passage, the 2024 graduation ceremony at Cheyenne Frontier Park. East High was first up at 9 a.m. Family and friends gathered to cheer on their high schoolers as they crossed that finish line of high school and walked that ceremonial stage to receive their diplomas.
It's like a mix of emotions, mainly like excitement because it's like a new chapter for him, and it's like new, like he's going to college and gonna meet so many new friends there, and I'm excited for him, really.
Central High was next with their ceremony at 1 p.m. with speeches from different faculty and the student body. Principal Karen Delbridge reflected on times with the current graduating seniors when the students were starting at Central during COVID-19. Their senior prank, Delbridge knows that they are ready and that these students are now Central alum. And finally, we come full circle.
It brings back so many memories of when my kids graduated, and now it's their kids graduating, and there's some great grandkids there involved too. I don't know if I'll live that long, but you know, it's awesome.
Students from South High had their ceremony at 5 p.m. Graduates funneled into the park and were greeted by a tunnel of clapping teachers and instructors that opened up to a sea of cheers. Students were draped with special sashes that showed their honors, their ethnic group and alliances, and families and friends were ready with signs and blowhorns, and nothing, and I do mean nothing, was going to stop these students from graduating. East has 291 graduates, Central has 306, and South has 300 students. Our team sends our congratulations to all this year's graduates. Coming up next, we have more weather and sports, and severe weather rocks the nation over the weekend. Find out who it's impacted. Come on back. Okay. I must have read that really fast. Okay, we'll just sit on the copyright if we have to, I guess. Okay.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look and see what we got going on for the next few days ahead as we head on through into the new week and what to expect later on. Memorial Day should be nice and sunny for us all across the area with no chances of rain. And as we make our way into Tuesday morning, we'll start to stay pretty warm out there too, pretty dry. And as we head on forward through into Tuesday, that's when we'll see some rain chances popping on up for us. So later on into Tuesday night around Cheyenne mainly, Casper should stay a little on dry side, but can't rule out a stray shower trying to make its way through. As we head on forward through our futurecast and later on into Wednesday, more rain comes into the area, mainly around Cheyenne, and also Casper could see some of it too, stretching all the way up into Sheridan, Gillette, Yellowstone, Riverton, a lot of places across Wyoming. We'll see some rain chances on Wednesday afternoon, so we might want to bring the umbrella if we have any plans. As we head on forward through Wednesday and later on into Thursday, well, what do you know? Another rain chance coming on in for us, of course. We're going to be having a wet week ahead for us in Cheyenne and over in Casper, too, as they could see some of those stray showers. Scottsbluff as well, over into Sheridan, Gillette. So a little bit of an unsettled week ahead. We have plenty of rain chances moving on through the area. And later on into Friday, another rain chance spread throughout all of the Cowboy State. They could even see some snow over towards Yellowstone and those higher elevations. So unfortunately, it is going to be a wet week ahead, but we are still going to have some warm temperatures with all of those rain chances moving on through. So some good news is mixed in. As we make our way through tonight's lows, it is going to be a little chilly out there for us tonight. A lot of 40s spread throughout the area, a couple 30s over into Laramie and Rawlins, and colder off to that western edge of Wyoming. So a little chilly out there. You might want to bring the umbrella and the coat if you have any evening plans here tonight or making our way through tomorrow morning and into the early hours tomorrow. As we head on over into tomorrow's highs, it is going to be a much warmer day tomorrow for us. That's some good news. 74 degrees for us in Cheyenne, 73 in Casper, 77 in Scottsbluff. A great day to get outside and see some of that sunshine. But again, we could see some scattered showers here and there. So let's be careful out there just in case. As we head on forward to our temperature trend, things are going to be nice and warm for us for the rest of the new week ahead starting on Memorial Day. Plenty of 70s throughout for us, and we'll stay warm all week long. As we take a look at our extended forecast, we are going to see those rain chances moving on in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Friday for us here in Cheyenne. We are going to stay into the 70s for all week, except for Friday, cooling us down a little bit. Heading on over into Casper, less of a rain chance for us, but on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a few stray showers can't be ruled out, but they won't be strong, just bringing in some stray rain here and there. I'll have your full extended forecast and more for you in just a bit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Wyoming News Now Sports. I am Ethan Bird. The Wyoming 4A boys basketball world has seen several new coaches this offseason, the latest at South High School. Now, I sat down with new coach Brandon Wolf. He's taking over for former coach Chad DeBurn and becoming a first-time head coach himself.
I was really excited, been over on the south side for the past 7 or so years, and really excited being around the program to, it's been a dream of mine ever since I stopped playing the game to, give back to the community and things like that. So having the opportunity to become the head coach and having the honor to be in that position was very exciting and, very exciting for me. We graduated 5 seniors last year. Last year I was the JV coach, so it's going to be nice having basically my team again the following year, and hope that some of our younger kids, show up this summer and get committed and help with our depth. But growing with that group of boys is going to be really fun, really exciting. I'm just very dedicated, very committed to these kids, and my job is based off kids, and seeing these kids succeed is going to be very honoring to me, and the growth that we're going to see is going to be awesome. And I'm going to put everything I have into it for these kids and for this community.
Now, at the state track meet, quite a few teams managed to capture the overall outdoor title. In Wyoming News Now Sports, Nick Paniagua caught up with the Lander girls track team on their first track state title since 2001.
It's been 23 years since the Lander girls track and field team could call themselves state champs, but after winning 4 events this past meet, they could once again call themselves that, and to them, it felt amazing.
It was one of the funnest moments because I knew that there was a bunch of seniors there who had won that state title for 4 years. And it was super cool to know that we broke a 23-year-old record for our school.
Throughout the state meet, Lander not only grabbed a handful of first-place finishes, but set some conference records as well. The first of which happened in shot put, where Adeline Anderson set the conference record with a throw of 44 feet and 7 1/4 inches to take the event.
What I wanted to do that meet was to beat Cotty, and I truly didn't even know I broke it until after the fact when they were announcing the distances, and they told me that I broke it. I was excited, but not, I guess, for that reason. It was when I found out, I was super excited.
Now that wasn't the only record, as they also now hold the conference record for the 4x400, finishing in 4 minutes and 3.66 seconds. With that being the last race of the weekend, and for some, the last race of their high school career, emotions were high, and it couldn't have ended a better way.
I think not just like winning state overall, but also just winning our 4x4, and that would be that was my last 4x4 with them, so I know that emotions were high. At first, I don't think they thought we hit the record. They said that we ran a 404 high or something, and I told them that we ran a 403, and we just all got super excited, and everyone was crying and stuff. It was very emotional.
One runner would also take first place in the 300 hurdles, where the field was absolutely stacked, and despite the tight finish, freshman Paisley Hollingshead won with a time of 44.6 seconds and was elated once she knew she'd be bringing home a gold.
Yeah, I noticed because she was ahead of me, so then I ran, and then at the end it was really close, and then I stuttered the last hurdle, and I was like, oh no, I don't know what's going to happen. I was really happy. I was like, oh my God, I just won state, and I couldn't believe it.
With the state title heading back to Lander, they'll be looking for the repeat come next spring. For Wyoming News Now Sports, I'm Nick Paniagua.
All righty, thank you for that, Nick. But that is all the time that we have for sports for now. Thank you for watching Wyoming News Now Sports all week long, and I hope that you have a great start to your week. We've got more Wyoming News Now coming your way.
Welcome back. Virginia's Arlington National Cemetery held its third Flowers of Remembrance Day at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers today. This year's Flowers of Remembrance Day kicked off at 8 a.m. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is Arlington National Cemetery's most iconic memorial. It serves as a site of reflection on military service. It has provided a final resting place for some of America's unidentified World War I service members, as well as unknowns from later wars. Members of the public were invited to place a flower at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, where they were provided with flowers from the Memorial Day Flowers Foundation. The event comes ahead of the 156th National Memorial Day observance that is scheduled on Monday morning. The public is invited to attend this free event and recognizes and commemorates the fallen service members. At least 13 people, including children, were killed after a number of tornadoes struck central U.S. over the weekend. You can see the extensive damage that the storm brought to a marina in Sanger, north of Dallas. The storm damaged several homes, overturning 18-wheelers, downed trees, and knocked out power lines. Valley View was also hit especially hard, with up to 80 people getting trapped for a time inside a collapsed gas station. 23 people were injured when severe storms tore through the northeast of Oklahoma. Electrical substations were downed, and the city of Claremore was left with no operating gas systems. More than 110 million people across the U.S. are under a threat of large hail, damaging winds, and possible tornadoes today. Now to the Middle East. An Israeli strike targets a displaced camp near the United Nations headquarters northwest of Rafah after Hamas has fired 8 rockets near Tel Aviv. This 2 days after the UN court ordered Israel to immediately stop its offensive in Rafah. At least 35 people have been killed and dozens more injured in an Israeli strike, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health in Gaza on Sunday. The ministry said those killed and injured are mostly women and children. The Israeli military said it targeted a Hamas compound in Rafah and is aware of the reports of civilian harm, and that the incident is under review. The Gaza government media said at least 190 people have been killed in Israeli attacks in more than 10 shelters for displaced people over the past 24 hours across Gaza. Okay, awesome. A post-apocalyptic action thriller and an animated family film. Duke it out on the weekend Office Box. David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 movies in theaters.
That's me, Colt Sievers, and this is my hero's journey.
The Fall Guy landed in 5th place, earning $5.9 million. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes took in $13.4 million for a 4th place finish. If went from 1st to 3rd, grossing $16.1 million.
You don't have a home, do you?
The Garfield movie opened in 2nd place, gobbling up $24.8 million.
Only one thing's gonna do that for you. Not hope. Hate.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, debuted with $25.6 million, well below expectations, but enough to win the weekend. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That wasn't hope, that was instinct.
Let's take one last look at our extended forecasts around the area. We do have this storm chance here in Cheyenne on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, and continuing to see those rain chances through our week and weekend. We'll still be pretty warm, into the 70s, but Friday is going to be a little cooler. In Casper, plenty of sunshine, a few rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but it'll be nice and warm, 83 on Wednesday for a very warm day out there. All the way from Gillette to Sheridan, we are going to see some dry time through our week and into the weekend, and will be nice and warm out there, so a great week ahead is on the way to get outside. All the way from Pine Bluffs to Torrington, a few rain chances are going to come on in on Wednesday and Thursday.